Well, I often get asked how I got into the choir, and it's a pretty long road, pretty long story, and I'll try and shorten it as much as I can. But I'm from London, England, and I was actually doing music back in England after my mission, served my mission in England, Bristol mission. After my mission president said something very interesting. The last day of my mission, he said, "I hope you're going to do something with music," because I sang a lot on my mission. And I thought, okay, well, it'll be interesting. I'll try it. You know, it's not the easiest thing to get into, but it so ended up that I got together with a couple of my friends, and we ended up being in this boy band. We traveled all over the country, all over the different parts of the world in Europe. And we did pretty well, but it was getting to the point where the music, I was doing a lot of hip hop, and the music was taking me down a road that I didn't want to go. And it was getting harder and harder for me to have the gospel and to do the music that I was doing. And so I had to make a decision, and I made the decision to leave. But of course, the record company was mad. I got sued by my lawyer and all kinds of stuff because I broke the contract early. But anyway, I had this dream, which is really interesting. I had this dream. Sounds very strange, but in the dream, I was running away from something, and I had this voice was like, told me to hide down here, and it was just under the bushes. And I remember it was a huge lake, and I tasted the lake, really weird. And then I woke up, and I thought to myself, Salt Lake, that's where I'm supposed to be. So I just packed my bags, I sold my apartment, everything that I had, and I turned up in Utah, and kept with it one suitcase and picture of Christ and my scriptures, pair of jeans, and that was it. And I was here for the last 10 years. I've just been struggling to try and find my place. And so anyway, I did a lot of music out here in Utah and had a lot of fun with that. And about 2 years ago, I was kind of like at a crossroads again. And I remember getting this phone call. It was an amazing experience, getting a phone call from Craig Jessup, who was the who was the director of the choir at the time. And he asked me if I'd be interested in a project. And I said, yeah, sure. And it was doing some African chanting for a certain song that the Tabernacle Choir were releasing. And it was the Circle of Life. I had to do all these African chants. And so I did that. And I remember he asked me a question. He said, so tell me more about you. And I started talking to him, and he interrupted me, and he said, hey, I want you to join the choir. And I'm like, what? I would like you to join the choir. Have you ever thought about joining the choir? I was like, no. Would you like to join the choir? No. So anyway, he said, well, will you think about it? And I said, yeah, sure. And so as the week started to, probably a couple of weeks, I started to think more about it. And I just had this really strong feeling that this was what I was supposed to do. I always remember that scripture. One of my favorite scriptures is that talks about how the song of the righteous is a prayer unto me, you know, and shall be answered with a blessing on their heads. And I thought, I need some blessings. I need to start singing some righteous songs. And so that's what I did. I got into the choir and went through the training school, which was not easy at all. It's probably one of the hardest things I think that I'd done. But what an amazing experience that was. So anyway, that's how I ended up in the choir.